Hey guys, welcome back to the Motorcycle Room. I'm at the Motorcycle Room's new top secret location. I lost the old Motorcycle Room, so I had to enlist my friends to help me create a new Motorcycle Room, which really involves me just storing two of my race bikes in my friend's garage. She is super nice, and I'm really lucky to have her nearby so that I have a place that I can store my bikes and work on them. And so thanks to Marlies for letting me keep my bikes in your garage. I'll give you a tour of the two bikes that I have in here, just because they're new to the channel and I'll be doing a little bit of work on them in the next few videos. So this is bike number one. This is a 2007 CBR600RR. This is obviously in pieces, and that's because I am replacing the head gasket. So I actually already replaced the head gasket, but one of the head bolts stripped out when I was replacing it, so now I have to take the head gasket and the head back off and helicoil it. That's what I'll be doing in this video. As long as I've had it, it's been running really hot on the track, like, you know, 220, 235, 240 degrees, which is way too hot. So definitely probably had a blown head gasket when I bought it, which is why I was able to get it for so cheap. In the other corner, we have a bunch of tires, and this, my 2000 SV650 Generation 1. This is what I did most of my races on this season, and this has been a great bike for me. Dropped like basically 7 seconds on this bike from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. Hit the amateur times. I took the wheels off this because they have racing slicks on them, and I didn't want them to get too cold in the winter. That's the Motorcycle Room, the new Motorcycle Room, and I'm gonna get to work. This is the head gasket. It's definitely a little bit dirty. I probably need to do a better job cleaning it before I put it on next time. It's a little bit annoying that, you know, you put it on once, and if you take it off, then you can see this material kind of gets taken off, which is not good. Hopefully it will still seal. So I finished attaching the head, doing all the helicoils that I needed to do, and now I'm going to put the camshafts on. Kind of see the camshaft holders here. I'm about to reattach those, torque those to spec. Then I'm going to do a compression check, and we'll see if this repair works.
After finishing up the cams, I did a compression test, and all the cylinders were within a couple PSI of each other.
So I'm back in the garage today. It's been a little bit, but I'm going to finish putting together this CBR600 and see if my head gasket fix worked and if it runs. And we'll see if there's some leftover metal shavings that blow up the motor after it does run, if it does run. So I basically have the bike back together. There's like at least 5 connectors that are not connected, and I don't remember if they were connected when I first took it apart or not. But I'm just gonna try to fire it up and see what happens.
At this point, I started to put the exhaust back on, which turned out to be much more complicated and difficult than I thought it would be. So I basically gave up for the night, and I was feeling pretty demoralized.
Sometimes I think to myself, like, Ben, why are you even doing this? Obviously this is how you learn, by like doing more things and taking apart more exhaust and working on different bikes. But like, you know, my SV650 exhaust is like 3 parts. I took that off, put it back on, no problem. This one has like 5 parts on it, and it doesn't fit on right unless you take it apart, I guess, and manually put each piece on and then do the springs. It's, yeah, not cool. Okay, so we're back tonight. I'm gonna start it up. It's like 7 p.m. Hopefully not, you know, too close to these kids' bedtime. And I'm just gonna start it up with the open headers. Definitely doesn't sound like that's what the fuel pump's supposed to sound like, but let's see. Oh, so I had this battery on the trickle charger, and I guess it wasn't enough.
Putting it on the other trickle charger gave me a chance to reattach the radiator and connect the rest of the hoses and fill it up with water.
Wow, I'm so excited to be a part of this.
This is about to be so loud when it starts up because I didn't put the exhaust back on. Oh God, I'm so nervous.
Well, it didn't start up.
It definitely didn't start up. That means I must have wired this wrong. Okay, so I just disconnected this and it is dry. So that means that I definitely didn't connect the fuel pump properly, or the fuel pump isn't running properly for some reason. Okay, so I found the mistake, I think. There's this connector right here, and I had connected to this, which I don't know what these are for. I think these are like for the turn signals or something. Whatever they are, I don't know if they were connected before, and if they were, then, you know, I'm gonna have to find a bunch of spare connectors. But I think it will work now with just all this stuff. So I'm gonna try to hook up the fuel pump again and run it and see if it squirts gas everywhere. Definitely not doing anything. So that's the problem right there. I think because the electronic steering damper wasn't plugged in, it wouldn't work. Okay, it's on. Fuel pump just primed. Oh God, I'm so nervous. Okay, here we go. That's really loud. I don't think I can run it like this. I just want to make sure it runs on all cylinders. Oh my God. That is so loud. It runs though. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That's definitely way too loud. So I gotta put the exhaust on. Obviously you're not gonna be able to tell anything about the head gasket job because it's way too loud in here to get it up to temperature. It's like ear-splittingly loud, so I gotta get to work disassembling this exhaust and then putting it back together, and that will be the next video. Hopefully the head gasket is good and my head repair actually worked out.